Kody Brown's shocking decision to join Special Forces. World's toughest test has fans and family questioning his motives. Is it a bid to prove his strength, or a desperate attempt to stay relevant to his fractured family? And just when you think you've seen it all, Meri Brown steps into the dating world, a journey of healing or running from her past. But what happens when Kody and Meri's paths cross in a way that no one could have predicted? The drama is far from over. Part 1. To understand why Kody would take on such a challenge, we must first look at his complicated relationships within his family.
It should come out of your mouth.
After all, a man's motivations often lie closest to home. Kody's marriage to Robyn, his relationships with Christine, Janelle, and Meri, they've all been a roller coaster. But perhaps the most important relationship to focus on is his future son-in-law, the man who may have been the catalyst for Kody's big decision. It's been said that Kody has been desperate to prove himself in the eyes of his children. His son-in-law, who has become a rising star in the Brown family circle, might have been the ultimate audience Kody needed. Was this decision Kody's way of showing off, of proving he still had the strength, the skill, and the bravado to earn the respect of his future family members? Or was there more to the story than meets the eye? The Special Forces show is grueling. Celebrities are pushed to their absolute limits, tested mentally and physically. But what viewers don't see are the raw moments of struggle, the breakdowns, and the emotional wreckage. For Kody, this experience could have been the perfect stage to regain some of his lost glory. But it wasn't just about the challenge. The cameras capture everything, and that's where the truth begins to unravel. What if Kody's decision wasn't driven by his family, but by something much bigger? A need for fame? A desire to prove he's still someone? After all, with the original OG3 no longer earning as a collective, Kody may have seen this as his shot at something bigger, an escape from the family drama, a chance to shine again. Was Special Forces the path to redemption for a man who felt he was losing his grip? But here's the twist no one saw coming. Kody wasn't just looking for fame or ego strokes. No, there was something darker at play, something no one expected. While Kody was on the show, he wasn't just trying to win over his son-in-law or make money. He was desperately trying to maintain his relevance in the family dynamic. And the more he fought in the show, the more the tension with his wives escalated. The truth is that Kody's decision to participate in Special Forces came at a heavy cost. As he fought for glory in front of the cameras, he was losing the battle at home. His wives were increasingly frustrated, his children confused, and the cracks in his relationships grew wider. Was the pursuit of fame worth the destruction of the Brown family? Kody's actions didn't go unnoticed. Fans, who had once adored him, began to turn on him. Social media exploded with backlash as viewers expressed their anger over his decisions, accusing him of choosing fame over family. The drama wasn't just on the screen. It spilled into the lives of the viewers, who felt betrayed by his actions. In fact, many fans began to question whether Kody was the right man to lead his family. Could his ego really be bigger than his love for them? Or was this all about him trying to stay relevant in a world that no longer seemed to care? As we dive deeper into Kody's motives, one thing becomes clear. This isn't just about one man's quest for fame. It's about a larger issue that affects all of us. The need for validation, the quest for relevance, and the constant battle to stay on top. Kody's story is one we can all learn from. How far are we willing to go to keep our place in the world? What price are we willing to pay? But the question remains. Will Kody redeem himself, or is this just the beginning of the end for his family? As the cameras stopped rolling, the Brown family had to face the consequences of his actions. Will Kody find a way to mend the broken pieces, or is this the final chapter in a saga that will never be the same? One thing's for certain, Kody's journey is far from over, but the true cost of fame and ego? That's something only time will reveal. Part 2. Meri Brown's journey is one we all know well. She's been the quiet figure in the Sister Wives saga, often overshadowed by the more outspoken personalities in the family. But behind the scenes, Meri's life has been far from simple. After years of emotional turmoil and the painful realization that her marriage to Kody was over, Meri made the brave decision to step away. What came next was not just a split from her husband, but the beginning of a journey toward self-discovery and potentially love. For Meri, it wasn't an easy decision to walk away. But as the years went on, it became clear that her relationship with Kody was no longer serving her. The emotional toll of being in a plural marriage that didn't fulfill her needs left Meri questioning her worth and future. But now, things were changing. And her new chapter? It starts with a bold move: speed dating. It wasn't just about trying something new, it was about reclaiming her life. Meri took the plunge into the world of speed dating in Salt Lake City. For a woman who had spent years in a high-profile, often scrutinized relationship, this was her chance to explore love on her own terms. But how would it feel to meet new people, to put herself out there after so many years in a marriage that didn't satisfy her emotional needs? Meri's experience was more than just a few quick dates. It was an eye-opener, a revelation of sorts. She wasn't just looking for a partner, she was looking for herself again. But with every conversation, every glance, there was something bigger at play. Was this journey about healing, or was it a desperate search for love to fill the void left by her failed marriage? Meri's speed dating experiences opened the door for deeper reflections. One conversation in particular would be the turning point. Sitting down with her close friend, Jen Sullivan, Meri opened up about her evolving perspective on love and relationships. The two friends shared an honest and raw conversation about the struggles of navigating life after a split, and the surprising revelations that came with dating again. Revealed that her approach to love had changed. She was no longer the woman who would wait for approval or for love to come to her. Instead, she was actively creating her own happiness, one step at a time. But could she truly move on from the past? And what would it mean for her future? Meri's journey wasn't just about finding someone new. It was about understanding what love truly means for her. After years of being in a plural marriage where her needs weren't fully met, Meri was relearning what it meant to be loved in a way that was genuine and fulfilling. But this new outlook was not without its challenges. Her friends and family had their opinions, and many were still rooting for her and Kody to reconcile. As Meri ventured into the world of dating, the pressure mounted. Was she really ready to move on? Could she ever escape the shadow of her past with Kody? Was the pain of their separation still too fresh to heal? And what did Kody think of her new dating adventures? But the biggest twist? It wasn't just about Meri finding someone new. It was the revelation of an unexpected connection that sent shockwaves through her. Someone from her past, someone familiar, had entered her life in a way that no one saw coming. Was this new connection the true love Meri had been searching for all along? Or was it simply a momentary distraction from the pain of her past? This twist would change everything Meri thought she knew about love and relationships. Could it be that the love she was searching for was closer than she realized? Or was this just another hurdle to overcome? As news of Meri's new dating journey spread, the backlash was swift and intense. Fans of Sister Wives were divided. Some applauded her for taking control of her life and seeking happiness, while others questioned her motives and timing. Was she moving on too quickly? Was she seeking validation from strangers to fill the void left by Kody? Meri was no stranger to public scrutiny, but this was different. Her journey into the dating world was personal, and the criticism felt more intense than ever. Fans had a lot to say, and the question became, would Meri's journey be the beginning of a new chapter or the start of a larger family divide? Meri's journey is far from over, and the questions it raises are bigger than her dating life. What does it really mean to find love after loss? How do we learn to love ourselves again after years of emotional struggle? And how far are we willing to go to reclaim our happiness? Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. For years, Kody Brown was the center of the Brown family, the patriarch, the one who controlled the narrative. But as the cracks in his marriages deepened, so did his desperation. His relationship with Robyn, Christine, Janelle, and Meri had reached a breaking point. So, what does Kody do when his personal life falls apart? He turns to the one thing that has always given him attention, the public eye. Kody's decision to participate in special forces came at a time when his relevance was questioned. With the original OG Three Wives no longer a united front, he needed something that would bring him back into the spotlight. But was it ego? A cry for help? Or something else entirely? Kody: I've always been the one who has to step up. I'm here to prove to myself, and to everyone else, that I can still do this. But was Kody's decision really about proving something to himself? Or was it a way to show his family, especially his children, that he was still in control? Meri Brown, on the other hand, has been fighting her own battles. After years of being emotionally sidelined in her marriage with Kody, she made the painful decision to leave. But Meri's journey toward healing has not been easy. Meri: After everything with Kody, I realized I needed to find out who I was, not just as his wife, but as me. I was looking for something real, something that was just for me. Meri's speed dating experience in Salt Lake City was more than just about meeting new people. It was about rediscovering her own identity. Her journey was about learning to love herself again after years of emotional neglect. But as she sat across from each potential suitor, was she really ready to let go of the past? Or was she simply running from the emotional scars that Kody left behind? As Meri stepped deeper into the world of dating, Kody was pushing himself to the limits in front of the cameras. For both of them, the stakes were high. Kody wanted to prove that he was still a man of strength and control, while Meri was struggling to prove that she could move on from the past. But was either of them truly ready for what came next? But just when it seemed like Kody's ego might be the only thing left to salvage, an unexpected twist surfaced in Meri's life. Was this new connection with someone else the catalyst for a fresh start? Or just another distraction from her deep emotional wounds? Here's where the real twist hits. Kody, despite all his efforts to find validation in front of cameras, was faced with the truth that his relationship with Meri was permanently fractured. And just as Meri found herself opening up to someone new, a shocking realization dawned. Could Kody still be a part of her life in ways no one anticipated? Was it too late for either of them to truly start over? The fallout was immediate. Fans were split. Some supported Meri's journey to rediscover herself, applauding her bravery in finding love on her terms. But others saw Kody's actions as a desperate plea for attention, a man who couldn't bear to be irrelevant. The internet exploded, with fans weighing in on whether either of them was truly moving on, or if this was all a spectacle for ratings. Kody is just trying to prove he's still the man of the house. He's doing special forces for the attention, not for the growth. Meri, on the other hand, is learning to stand on her own 2 feet. we should all be rooting for her. But the question remains, was it too late for either of them to truly heal? Could Kody and Meri ever reconcile? Or were they forever stuck in a cycle of ego, hurt, and fame? In the end, both Kody and Meri are still on their journeys. Kody continues to push his limits on special forces, seeking validation through strength. Meri, on the other hand, has begun the long path towards self-love and acceptance. But will their pasts always haunt them, or will they both find peace in the end? What do you think? Was Kody's need for attention simply a way to fill a void, or is Meri's journey toward love the real breakthrough we've all been waiting for? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with friends who need to hear Meri and Kody's story. We'll see you in the next chapter of their journey because this story is far from over.